Hi, my name is Jenny from broken-better.com, here with a simple offering to help you understand, reflect, and perhaps change your inherent bias. For this meditation, I invite you to sit either in a chair with your feet flat on the floor or in Sukhasana Easy Pose on the floor. And you will need access to be able to look at your hands. And so you don't actually need to watch the video from when we begin the meditation, you just need to listen. So I invite you now to get comfortable and take a really deep breath, slow deep breath. And let it out. Okay? If you are here, you are willing to reflect and you are willing to grow. So I thank you for being here. Take a moment, close your eyes. Take another deep breath and let it out slow. Be here now. Let go of whatever has happened this day or this evening. Let go of what's happening in the world for a moment. Let go of what's happening in your own life for a moment. And just be in this present moment. In this moment, your only task is to do the meditation. So if thoughts arise, notice them, let them go, and know that you can return to them in just a little while. Take a deep breath. Let yourself settle. Let your body relax a little bit. Know that you're safe. I want you to know that whatever thoughts arise about your biases, none of them make you a bad person. If you're here reflecting and you're here learning, you are growing, and that is your part of your destiny here on this earth, is to grow and to change and to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And so if you're here doing that, no matter what you realize, I ask you not to judge yourself, to just become aware and then to let yourself grow from there. So I'm going to ask you now to take your left hand and put it into a fist. And if that hurts, it doesn't have to be a tight fist, just a fist. And your right palm, leave it open and on your legs. So one hand, left hand in a fist, right palm open. I want you to take another deep breath. And I want you to open your eyes. I want you to look at your hands. Just, notice the lines of your open palm. Notice your fist. Notice the fingers. Just take a moment. Just notice your hands. Be here in the moment. Notice how your hand feels that's in the fist versus the hand that's palm face up. The sensation that travels up the wrist all the way to the shoulders. Okay, notice that difference. Does it feel different to have your hand in a fist? Does it feel different to have your palm face up? What are the differences? And neither good or bad, just noticing differences. Now I want you to look at just your fist. Okay. Does the shape remind you of anything? Does it remind you of maybe a heart? Anything? What does it make you think of? Now take a moment and look at the open hand. How would you describe an open hand? What words would you use to describe it? What does it mean if someone brings a hand out to you like this versus a fist? What do those mean to you? Take a deep breath, stay with me. Take a moment, look at just the palm. When you are a child, or when you're first born, this is what your mind is like. It's open to receiving information, Children are constantly receiving, and their brain is developing, their heart is developing, everything's developing, and they're receiving information from everything around them. Okay? When we grow into adulthood, sometimes that openness we have as children closes. Our experiences close us off to certain ideas. Our skin color, our gender, our marital status, our sexual orientation, our amount of money that we make, our upbringing, all these things form us. And sometimes they close us off to understanding other things, understanding somebody else's world, because now we know our world. We've received the information from our world in this body, and then that forms into closing us off to maybe somebody else's ideas or stories, somebody else's truth. Okay, return your fists. Take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Okay, let your hands relax however you want them to be. Take another deep breath, relax your body. And I want you to explore what part of you is closed off. Are you closed off to maybe really understanding someone from a different gender, or someone from a different sexual orientation, or maybe someone who doesn't identify as a gender? Do any of those things bring off a closeness? And you might feel the closedness in your heart, or your brows may furrow. There may be a reaction in the body where you're just like, I just don't understand it. And if you don't understand that person, doesn't make you a bad person, like we said. You just have maybe been closed off to understanding them. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Well, your eyes should already be closed, but take another deep breath. Think about the different ethnicities out there in the world. Is there one in particular that maybe you have a hard time understanding? And it doesn't mean you hate them. It doesn't mean, anything like that. It just means that you personally have a hard time understanding that culture, that color, that race. Just let yourself explore that. It's just you and your own self. No judgment. There's no judgment here, because what you're doing is you're just observing. You're just exploring where you might have closed yourself off or gotten stuck over the years. So bring up different people in your mind. Think of someone with very light skin, and then let the skin get darker in your mind, imagining people of different colors. Is there anywhere where you get stuck and you just go, I don't really understand that culture, or something about that makes me uncomfortable, or I feel nervous? Whatever feeling comes up, I want you to just observe it, and you don't have to judge it. Think about somebody who is the same gender as you and same color as you. You may even hold bias against yourself, your own color, your own gender. From our culture, from society, from your upbringing, you may have feelings of this is how I'm supposed to be based on my race, my gender, my sexual orientation. We go through these check boxes and we think this is the box we belong in. So explore that for a moment. What if I were to tell you that you can still be that open palm. You can still be open to receiving. And all you have to do is realize what you don't know or what you don't understand and actively seek to understand. It does not mean you are going to be an expert. It does not mean you need to go find a friend of a person you don't understand. It doesn't even mean you need to admit it to anybody. All you have to do is seek to understand, whatever that means to you. It could mean, reading books by people from whatever culture or whatever, type of person you're having a hard time understand. It could be reading their literature. It could be listening to their music made by them. It could be looking for artwork. Could be eating cultural foods. However you want to explore the culture, that is up to you. So take a moment, think about somebody, some type of person you don't quite understand, or maybe even hold misinformation about, realizing that you have beliefs about this type of person based on something you were told, or an incident from a long time ago, or something, a news article, and something that just made you think all people are like this, or whatever. No judgment. And just say to yourself, I am open. I will seek to understand. And this is my part in healing the world. And then you take a moment, take a deep breath, return back to this room with me. Slowly open your eyes and know that you can return to this exercise anytime you need to, and that it's here for you without judgment. This is an exercise I used to do with my students. It's just a way of us inviting them in the beginning of the school year to come with an open mind and be ready to be open to different cultures and different writers and different things. And it set the stage for we are all here to learn, including me as the teacher. We all can learn, but we have to be open to learning. And that's what this meditation is about. And I admire you for joining me today and wanting to spread more love into the world. Namaste.